Hi, I'm Rich Harwood. I want to spend a few minutes talking with you about what I'm hearing from our fellow Americans as I travel across our country. You know, so many people tell me we're not on the right path, that we can do better, that we can be better. It seems to me that we're about to face a major inflection point in our country. We can stay on the path of the status quo, which is all too often filled with frustration and despair, skepticism, and for many Americans, cynicism about our ability to get things done together. Or we can choose a new path, a path of possibility and hope. But for us to take this second path, we're going to need to make some changes. We're going to need to fix our public discourse, increase a shared sense of responsibility, and make community a common enterprise again. Now here's the good news. The good news is that so many Americans want to help build this second path. You know, we're builders by nature, we Americans. I believe it's part of our national character. It's part of our DNA. And so many of us are yearning to come back into community life to re-engage and reconnect with one another. But in order for this to happen, we're going to need a different breed of leader in our communities and across this country. A leader who uses the community as their reference point, not their conference room. A leader who knows how to bring people together across dividing lines. A leader who's more concerned about the common good than their own good. Now, at the Institute, we call these leaders public innovators. And what's really interesting about this is you don't need a fancy title or a special degree from a particular university or college. You don't need to live on a certain part of town in order to be a public innovator. Heck, I've met public innovators from Flint, Michigan and Newark, New Jersey, to Silicon Valley and Austin, Texas. They're everywhere in our communities. We don't create public innovators, but we do help develop them. And so I've set a goal for the Institute. By 2016, we want to develop 5,000 public innovators across this country. I want to do this because we need to demonstrate that we can come together in new ways across dividing lines with our focus on the community, not our conference room, to create the kind of change that people want in their communities. Now here's what I'd like to ask you. I need your help in order to do this. In the 30 years I've been doing this work, I have never asked an individual for a contribution for the Institute's work. This year, in 2014, I decided to make a change myself. In order for us to achieve our goal of 5,000 public innovators by 2016, I need your financial support. And so I'm asking you, please contribute to the Harwood Institute for Public Innovation. Whatever the size of your contribution, it'll matter. It'll make a difference. It'll mean we can train more public innovators, we can bring them together to learn from one another, and we can shine a bright light on their stories of change that they're creating in their communities. I hope you'll join me in supporting these public innovators, not because the Institute needs to keep going, but because we want to provide the support for every individual who wants to be a public innovator in our country, so that we can reach our shared aspirations for the kind of communities we want and the kind of country we know we need. Thanks so much.